Hey. Yes, sir. Hey. Look. My wealth in abundance. My cup runneth over. I'm glad I get paid for my face on a poster, but not for rewarding police and enforcers. I know I'ma make it. Every day I get closer. These niggas hate on me, but that's free promotion. I'd probably be dead if I didn't know the motives. My life is amazing. Every day I feel chosen. In the words of Jill Scott, I'm living my life like it's golden. Texas T is what I'm pulling. HL is what I'm throwing. Premium is what I'm rolling. I'm moving so slow that I feel like I'm loading. I press all the buttons, she said I'm controlling. I fly like I'm floating, I'm no longer hoping. This shit my reality. I'm trying to turn family and friends into faculty. I died before I let them shackle me. In the field couldn't nobody tackle me. On the court couldn't nobody hold me. I take heat and advantage cause that's what the elders and OGs told me. I stood on that block in the cold with no money or product to push. My big cousin almost had a bird, but he fell for the one in the bush. Gutter swishing and filling with kush. I'm running low so I smoked out the pack. Big broke off from jail through Securus, but I missed the call and couldn't even call back. I can see him right now on his rack. The city at war and we on the attack. My little cousin crippin', he said that I was spinning. I told him don't lack. These days it's too hard to relax. If I sell it, I'm probably gon' tax. I ran that shit up to the max. Metal arms on me like jacks. Roll it back, then I coat it with wax. I need my paper like facts. I used to punch niggas for coming to my people's side of the tracks. I know some niggas who went out to slide, but when they went to draw, they ain't make it back. If I told you something and you didn't listen, well, hey, it ain't much I can say to that. It's hard to find love, but nowadays it's so easy to find where the evil and hatred at. Boy, you ain't official. Fuck all of that cloud in your facial tat. About me that had blood on your welcome mat. Death to a snake and a rat. Like a poacher, I'm killing the cat. No cap, I'm removing my hat. These my brothers like we in the frat. My slime had a 38, but he ain't go to the NBA draft. So now he just work on his craft. The devil put hoes in my boat, but God gave me a raft. I did so much dirt that I had to go home just to take a bath. Dealing with money was high, improved in math. And before I was on it, I already knew my path. For all of them days I was walking to work, I'ma do the dash. I thought it was wild, let's put it, but somebody found where it was and went through my stash. My nigga been spinning since early 2000, I call him Cyclone like he baby bash. I saw so much powder when I was a kid, but it wasn't the type for a diaper rash. Me and my brothers, I struggled together, so what's mine is his when it come to cash. What's done in the dark will eventually come to light without the flash. I'm strapped just in case I crash, moving fast. If it's too good to be true, it won't last. The space between me and them is vast. These niggas broke actors like a cast. Catch a op, Jimmy Neutron got a blast. My future made me forget my past. The realest has been revealed at last.
You are now entering the 21st dimension. Calling all Starseed, calling all indigo children. It is the year 2145. Your mission is now.
Want it, have it. I'm a money magnet. Swerve distractions. Swimming in my blessings.
You are now entering.
I ain't got no time if you thinking that I'm stressing. I'm getting dividends, steady counting on my blessing. I ain't got no time if you thinking that I'm stressing. I'm getting dividends, steady counting on my blessing.
Look, man, I hit rock bottom and took the stones and built an empire. They asked me how you come up out the smoke, not smelling like fire. They say that life can be a bitch, so I made her my wife. I fell in love with this adversity and learned how to fight. Look, you don't know what wholeness feels like until you've been empty. You learn you've always been enough by the time you had plenty. Sometimes you gotta lose it all just to find yourself, to realize you had it all when you was by yourself. Cause I was down bad, got up in my bag, now I'm up again. Had to recognize who the fuck I is, had to run it back, ain't no fumbling. I hear you niggas mumbling, but you don't speak my lingo. So focus on my numbers, that they lining up like bingo. I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen some lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else can if you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready. Ask me what I'm on, I just say my throne. Remember who I was, baby, welcome home. I've been in my zone, asking how I feel, great. Hungry for everything that's on my plate. When you stay ready, you ain't gotta wait. If you all you got, then you know what it takes. Why y'all niggas love to play? I get too much fucking grace. Had to choose what I won't take. If you drop me, I won't break. Baby, I'm built from the magic, I'm godly. Ooh. Fuck around, finding out, I get it poppin', I get it choppin'. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause I done been through some shit that I probably never speak about. I done seen them lows that the pastor only preach about. I done did some things that some niggas only think about. Wrote this on my heart so nobody else could eat it. You ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready. If you stay ready.
That's what it sounds like when you liberated. You sound free. You sound more confident. You sound more at peace. One thing about me, I ain't let nobody stop my flow, not a soul. Who job bless, no one curse. Yeah.
Music is frequency programming. Music is frequency. What frequency are you being fed? If I play with those frequencies, right, I can target certain parts of the mind. Target the frequency to go to certain parts of the mind. Or if I want you to go into a meditative state, I can make my music do that.
This is medicine music, prescription of frequency with a doses influenced by the state of the culture lacking some nourishment. Hella deficient of love, they needed encouragement, but taught to get numb off the drugs. Started to notice the loose screws, 10 of my toolbox, cause how can you mend the issue when you got a bruised heart and mentally been scarred, physically been barred, ready for rebirth, but spiritually it's been hard. Let me take you through some steps that I done learned, loved one, cause it don't happen overnight, this healing's earned, loved one. It come with practice, releasing your distractions, setting healthy boundaries and managing attachments. We made in God's image, but we started walking backwards when we gave away our power by submitting to a master. Then they pimped our infrastructure, changed the pricing in the package. Told you if you want it back, it's in blood cause they attacking. If you want to free your mind and free your spirit from the toxic, gotta vow to kill the poison of the snakes that's in your garden. Only giving your attention to the things that bring you honor. Keep your vibe sucker free and your circle free from drama. Shit, life crazy when you really think about it, and shit could get wicked if you really ain't moving solid. I'm praying you don't risk your whole life just for $1, and you conquer your demons before you end up getting conquered. So I gift you this medicine music. Yeah, I gift you this medicine music. Felt like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. Belly of the beast to swallow you up for profit. Call it capital gains and they ain't even lifting proper. I aim to break the cycle my grandma passed to my mama, cause the DNA carry generational wealth and trauma. Encoded with a message, unfolding to your blessings. If you walk in your purpose, you can heal your family lineage. Work smart so I can leverage all of this time invested. Sing about me when I go, I lived everything I was destined. Victory over obstacles, 2020 my opticals. Cutting out all distractions, applying knowledge, I got the tools. Lesson learned that I got it, you junior die. Sparked a few, step die, sparked the fuse, no way I'ma lose this weight I carry heavy, but my ancestors heavier. Thought I was moving steady, but now I'm moving steadier. Gave my burdens to God, and now I'm feeling merrier. Got my eye on a lover, imagining I can marry her. And now it's come a time where you gotta pick a side, or whether or not you gon' contribute to Earth's demise, or if you gon' be one of them ones that embody light. Cause the future gon' be fucked up if the kids can't live their life. So I offer you medicine music. Yeah, I get you this medicine music. Yeah, ayy. Felt like I needed an umbrella for the rain, cause life was handing lemons, so I made some lemonade. You can sit with this medicine music. I gift you this medicine music. Yeah.
The brain processes information electrically. It communicates with the cellular structure electrically, and it operates within a certain band of frequency.
The rain isn't over, Newsman on the TV tells me there's gonna be thunder crashing over me. I'm running for cover. Footsteps on the concrete beneath me. They're cheering me onwards with that simple melody. When day feels like night, I can be my own light. Go dancing in the rain, dancing in the rain. Oh, if I find it inside, I can learn how to shine. I can shine it through the rain. Maybe I can be somebody's rainbow. Maybe I could be somebody's shelter. Tell them they can lean on my shoulders. Yeah, they're stronger than they seem. I'll carry you over when the puddles seem too deep. I'll carry you homewards. I'll help you find your feet. When day feels like night, I can be my own light. Go dancing in the rain, dancing in the rain. Oh, if I find it inside, I can learn how to shine. I can shine it through the rain. Maybe I could be somebody's rainbow. I'll be the umbrella in your cocktail. I can be the sugar in your dark and stormy. If it rains a lot, we can set sail. No matter the weather, you can always call me. I'll be the umbrella in your cocktail. I can be the sugar in your dark and stormy. If it rains a lot, we can set sail. No matter the weather, you can always call me. When day feels like night, I can be my own light. Go dancing in the rain, go dancing in the rain. Oh, if I find it inside, I can learn how to shine. I can shine it through the rain. Maybe I could be somebody's rainbow.
Greatness loading in me, be patient with me, I'm buffering. No more playing small, it's too many of us suffering. Humble what? Humble who? Bro, that's who I used to be. The insecure me died and you listening to her eulogy. Conveniently calling me arrogant cause they can't use me. Crazy how they finally see themselves when they lose me. Always had some options but I had to learn to choose me. And now your girl is choosy. Going through the process and surrender to the outcome. Walking through my trauma cause that's the shit I can't outrun. She say she better off without me. Okay baby, have fun. Trying to find a fuck to give but I can't seem to find one. Moving. On. Gotta keep moving, life's train ain't stopping. Hot in this bitch and I said what's poppin'. If God really for me, baby, tell me who can stop me. Walking in his glory, so I'm feeling like I'm cocky. If God be for me, who can be against me? I'm not who I was, but I am more me. Lost a lot of people just to find my peace, yeah. And I found my peace, yeah. Yeah. And I found my peace. Moving. moving. There's a version of me that has been burning to emerge. She's when self-love and authenticity become so intimate that they conceive the reflection of God. Yeah, she knows depression, but she lives in joy. She feels anxiety, but she leans into trust. Yeah, this version of me, she can thrive in chaos, but she chooses to surround herself in peace. She's so cold that her words freeze over the hell that people have been living in. Yeah, this version of me has been with God. And now, you're about to experience heaven on earth.
Peace and blessings, Starseeds. Hey, peace and blessings. Let me back up. Peace and blessings. I hope you're doing good tonight. Thank you for tapping in for Transformation Tuesdays. Yes, I don't know why I'm nervous. Probably because that was the first time I shared the actual intro video in its own separate capacity away from the musical intros. And also because of this topic tonight. Yes. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much, Lady Saturn. I love you. Thank you for tapping in tonight. Thank you, Starseeds, for being here. I am so excited. So Divine has had this message on my heart for a while, but I didn't know how I wanted to communicate it. Did I want to pull up the definition of spiritual and then authority, or what? And Divine said, communicate it like you've always communicated. Sit there and allow me to speak. So that's what we're going to do tonight. What did you say? He thought, though, you know what? So what's funny is one of them was because I did not have a child picture of me being so little to match the little girl. So only one of them. The other three were me, my pictures. But yes, it is me. And then the last one was Jaja. So thank you. But yes, so yes, this topic of spiritual authority, because it can get touchy for some people. So let me just prelude this conversation with, excuse me. This is my divinely guided upload, okay? This is my divinely guided definition of spiritual authority. This is what Divine has put into my thought processes, into my mind, into my heart to share with the Starseeds. Everybody will always have their own definition for words and things, and they will think their own way, and that's a beautiful part of being who we are, right? Being authentically ourselves. But tonight, I wanted to share with you, my thoughts on spiritual authority, how I learned more about it, what it is, how we use it, what it's not. Also discernment. We use that word. I feel like I heard the word growing up my whole life, like, you got to use your discernment. And I really didn't know what discernment truly was until I had to use my discernment, And so I want to get into that as well on this Transformation Tuesdays. So if you want to, you can put your definition of what you believe spiritual authority or spiritual rank is in the comments. And also, what is your definition of discernment? And that would be interesting to see, because again, we all have our own thought processes and, our own life experiences as well. And mine come from life experience as well as, being divinely guided. As you've seen in the intro video, right? We'll just talk about that for a little second. It was a process. The little girl, she went through the process of learning to discern the type of energies that were around her, but she was a child, right? So there was always a light guiding her through the process. And a lot of us, we know we are being guided. We may not know what it is. We may not know what to call it, but we have a feeling of being guided, right? Through certain circumstances throughout our lives. Be us children, teenagers, adults, even to this day, I know I feel a sense of being guided into, right from wrong, right? What is that guidance? What is that that's telling you that this is right or wrong in your own? Because we just like words, just like definitions, we have our own specific moral code, right? What tells you what's right and wrong, right? You have to discern what that spirit is that is speaking to you. So to me, my definition of spiritual authority is being divinely led in truth and through truth, and having the ability to see beyond what is presented to you, and call judgment. So that word will really shake some people, but I need to explain it. And the ability to call judgment on situations based on the truth that you hold, right? The energy that is divinely put into you, because divine trusts you based on you. So spiritual authority is granted to you based on your actions, for one. This is again the downloads I received. Yes. Oh yeah, unmasking. Shout out to Mama Rue and the team for unmasking morality. Right, we have our own definition of what is right and wrong to us. Right, we call things right and wrong all day, even when we don't want to use those words. In our mind, something is wrong and something is right. Divine will test us within our lives. The things that other people don't see when we're making choices and we're making decisions based on the fact that we know other people won't see these things, divine sees it. And when divine sees that you are doing the correct thing, no matter who is watching, there is a certain amount of energy that is placed into that. There is a certain amount of trust divine has with bestowing certain knowledge upon you, because now I can see that you can be trusted when no one is watching. So spiritual authority is granted to you through divine, based on you being a trustworthy to have it, because with great power comes great responsibility. So you have to, first of all, be a person who is worthy. Yes, who carries integrity, absolutely. Who knows thyself in a way that they are not easily broken. Certain authorities are only granted to certain people, and it's not about being better or worse. It's about decisions that we make with our lives, who we choose to be. Think about it like this, because we're talking about the word authority, right? That means to have some jurisdiction over, to be able to, again, pass judgment. Because if you talk about the police, somebody say, oh, don't call the authorities. Why? Because the authorities have the right to come here, to hear both sides, to say this is what is going on and this is who's going to jail. They have the authority, right? That is here on the earthly plane. But on the spiritual plane, yes, divine is busy getting this, but divine, we are drops of divine. So you have to understand that some people carry a divine energy that is trusted by divine to say, yes, when you're in a situation, I am looking through your eyes because I know you are trustworthy, but now I need to test the room. You have the spirit. When you have spiritual authority, you will end up in places that people think you couldn't possibly have spiritual authority because you would not be here. That's the trick. You are in spaces where people believe that spiritual authority or being blessed or being a certain type of spirit, you have to present a certain way. That's how you hide in plain sight. Because you appear as everyone else, though you still carry a moral code. You don't show up in You think that somebody with spiritual authority just walking around in their white garments all day, and they're just walking around, just with their sage and just clearing the spaces all day long and loving light and loving light? No. Divine hides that energy in someone real, in someone able to hold the energy. We talked about that in the quickening. You have to have the capacity to hold a certain type of energy. That means that you have to be a certain type of being to hold spiritual authority. Not everyone is granted spiritual authority. There is a reason for that. There is a reason that certain information is hidden and stays hidden, because certain people should not have access to it. Certain beings should not have access to it. Yes. We know, we're going to have to get into a part 2 of this, Melissa, when we bring you on here. But yes. It looks okay. So let's just talk about some people that we know who carried spiritual authority and what they appeared to be like. Okay, so we could just be honest, because what it is and what it ain't is power. What is power to you? Who held spiritual authority that you know of, that you can name? That stories, I'm talking about allegories or stories or whatever you believe, the growing up. Who do you know has held spiritual authority, and how did they appear to you? Did they appear as the king? Did they show up as the biggest, baddest thing around? Or did the one with spiritual authority sneak up on you? Was he a carpenter? Did he slay a giant and he was merely a little man? Spiritual authority has absolutely everything to do with what you look like. Yes, it does. But it's not what you think. We live in the upside down. I say this all the time to my kids when I see stuff that's just be ass backwards. It is, we are in the upside down. And the reason why the ones with spiritual authority appear kind, sweet, unsuspecting, or they carry themselves with a certain type of je ne sais quoi. It's because it's in them. It's not on them. It's not something they can fake. It's in them. And if you watch close enough, you can tell those who carry a certain type of authority, because they carry themselves with a certain type of integrity, because they know with great power comes great responsibility. They know that when they do something wrong, right? Your whole crew can go and do whatever they want to do. You do it. See what happened to you. Punishment come quick, don't it? Come quick when you got spiritual authority, because you know better. You should be doing better. Matter of fact, you're supposed to be leading people to better. So how dare you step out? That's how it is when you got spiritual authority. Yes, the judgment that I spoke of. It's not to walk around judging other people, because whenever you call judgment on others in any type of situation, for one, you are asking for judgment to be called on you as well. You're saying that something happened in this situation, all involved. I'm there, so you can look at me too. When you call judgment, it's not to judge others, it's to judge everyone involved. And when you have spiritual authority, you have the ability, you know what it is? It's going to say, I'm not going to handle whatever this is. I'm going to take it to the Most High. That's the high court. That's the high ground. That is the spiritual law. See, we can't understand that as above is so below. It seems woo-woo. They love to call everything woo-woo. But spiritual law trumps man-made law. The spirit is first. Everything comes first in spirit, then in flesh. So if you think that you can get away with something that the spirit cannot see, I don't know who you are. You must be fooling just the flesh, because the spirit sees all. When we feel sin, or the reason why the heart and the feather are measured, is because it's the shame, it's the guilt, it's what's on your heart. Judgment, your judgment. You judge yourself when you have shame, when you have guilt, because you know what you have done. We can call judgment on ourselves. When we call judgment on ourselves, guess what? When we're in a room, if I'm in a room, right? And I'm in the room with me, it's Nick, it's Melissa, it's Mawu, and it's Knowledge. We all in the room, right? And I call the police because somebody stole a diamond watch. When I call the police, the authorities, when I feel as though I have the right to call, because I know when they come and check me, I don't have it. I'm not judging nobody. I'm just calling judgment. I'm just saying this situation is out of my hands. I'm going to let the Most High handle it. And when you speak in truth, the Most High, trust, like, oh, this is something I need to look into. That when people have spiritual authority, that is how it is. Your hand, it's almost like you're walking around with karma in your back pocket. But it's because that you walk in truth, because you walk with divine. Divine uses you as an extension of, oh, let me use you as my eyes out in these streets. Let me use you as my ears out in these streets. You know, like authorities do, right? They always got the person that they, oh man, the man on the street. What's the guy on the street that get paid by the police to snitch on everybody? It's like that. When you chosen and you got authority, you the snitch for divine. But you snitch by just simply being you and being around people who don't know how to treat you. You the informant. That's right. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you. The informant. That's right. That's right, Lady Saturn. You the informant. You're the one that divine has said, you know what? I know you. Listen, when they go get an informant, you think they about to go get the dude that look like a police officer? You think, is anybody going to deal with him? No, they're going to be like, you a police officer. No, they get the one that look like the ones. They look like you. He could blend in. The informant always blends in. It's necessary. You can't go up in there all like, hello, can I buy some drugs? Would you? No, that's crazy. What? They're going to know who you are. We need to send the one that looks like them, but don't carry that same energy. It's just the external. We need the external to appear this way. I'm sorry if my analogies are off-putting to some people. This is just how it's coming down to me. I'm just telling you that when you carry a spiritual authority, you are you. It's not just all what it's cracked. It is, but it ain't. Yes, it comes with a certain amount of protection. It comes with a certain amount of, again, urgency to the situation, because you're not calling judgment on stupid stuff. You're not going to divine and just like, she stepped on my shoe. Judgment. Divine will look at you and strip you of all authority. Take it. Cause this fool that called me about somebody smoking cigarettes outside the house. We looking for the crackhead, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to be the right kind of informant. You got to be able to call judgment on situations, because you know that this ain't right. This ain't right. And divine will put you in situations to test the situation. 2244A. Yes. That's that 144, y'all. That's right. The 144, the frequency. That's right. See, look at that. Divine is speaking right through that frequency. Those are the informants. The 144. Yeah. That energy. Yeah. Those are the ones. They don't come dressed as spiritual teachers. They don't show up always looking like what you expect them to be, but they are more than what you believe. That's why you should treat everyone with respect and everyone with kindness. Kindness and love and things like that. That's not a weakness. Those are divine traits. When you meet people who have that high frequency and you decide to go against them to test that, you are testing divine's energy. People who carry a good heart, that is from God. Do you know how many evil beings are out here walking around cold-hearted? When you meet somebody who carries a heart that is warm, know that that person is also protected. That heart is protected. They went through a lot and they maintain that heart. That is a strong individual. Never see them as weak. Divine has covered that person. To be in this world at this time and still have a heart, I'm sorry, like there is some heartless things. The things that I hear and see on TV, online, just in conversation and passing. Come on. We are living in a time where people barely care if somebody is on fire. They're going to pull out their phone and tape it and post it and hope to get some likes and clicks. There are people out here who carry a spark within them. And within that spark, there is an authority given to them. And some of it also goes with not just the fact of what you have done in this lifetime, but what you have done in many lifetimes. Who you have become over time, the tests you have passed over time, who you have proven to be over time. If anybody knows anything about fairies, let me know. If you know anything about, fairies, because everything is woo-woo, right? But if you know anything about fairies, let me know. And I ask this question because this is another thing that I'm going to explain that will make it kind of clear of what I mean by spiritual authority doesn't show up how you believe. Like, they always portray fairies as these little creatures that I like granting wishes and just sparkly, but it is my understanding that fairies can be tricksters. They can maneuver in different ways because they're from a different realm, meaning they follow different rules and different laws, right? And yes, we all follow spiritual law, but understand, just like the fairies follow different laws because they have to maneuver a certain way while they're here, the same thing happens for like people who carry that divine energy. Like you may say, well, if they're so divine, why do they do this? Or they hang out with these people, or they're in these certain spaces? Because they were put there for a reason. They were actually granted the ability to speak in a certain way and not be looked at by, because they were supposed to be able to do that. So when I say this, something like that, so all the rules don't apply to everybody the same. No, they don't. Because some people have to play a certain role in order to stay in certain places. What did you say about fairies? Yes, they're very real. You better be careful with them too. They can tax, and people do all kinds of weird things. It's like they don't believe. Listen, if you heard about dreams, right? Like you can't see a face in your dream that you've never seen in real life, right? Have you ever heard that? That like if you see somebody in your dream, you've seen them before in real life. Like you might have passed them in the mall, they may have seen them at the grocery store, but if you could see their face clearly, you've seen them before. It's kind of same thing with these movies and stuff that they project out here that we believe are just movies and things. But like for us to even conceive of them, it exists on some realm at some point. For the mind to even imagine it means that it exists, because everything truly does exist in different forms. It is energy. So us thinking of it is just a different way to project what is already, it really truly is. So fairies do exist. And they don't exist in the way that people believe. But again, same thing with chosen or people who carry a certain authority. They're not going to show up the way that you believe that they should. Who told you you could tell divine how people should show up? Divine measures people differently than we do. When divine is selecting somebody for a mission, divine knows that person's core. They know that person's inner being. Divine created that being. Divine knows. So it's human to want to summarize people, to want to say someone has to be this way, because it's a mind thing with humans. The mind likes to close the loop on things. So if it can't, with a chosen one, a person with authority moves different than a person who doesn't have it, because a person with authority also knows that they are divinely protected. So they move like they're protected. So you really can't, you can't really anticipate how they're going to move, right? That's unexpected. So when somebody's trying to anticipate it and they can't, to close the loop, they may say that person's crazy, because the mind has to understand the person. And if they can't understand them, because divine, it was never made for you to understand. It was made for you to experience. But you can't wrap your mind around it, because you have to close the loop. The mind wants to close the loop. So that person's crazy, or that person is, they woo-woo, or they're this. They have to have a title for you. They have to put you in a box, because how can you have an authority? Who gave you that authority? How dare you think that you can tell me that somebody is got bad energy just by sitting with them? Who are you? And I will tell you that I am a being that has been here many lifetimes, and I've sat with many people, and I've judged them in my mind like, oh, this energy is a little bit off for me, and I was right. And whenever you go against that authority or that intuition within yourself, you will know if that was. It's no wrong way to learn that. If you have intuition, you go against it, you'll find out if you're right or wrong. If you go with it, you'll find out if you're right or wrong. So when you carry a certain type of authority, again, within yourself, you understand that you're not going to always think like everybody else. You're going to see things from a bigger standpoint, because you were meant to. You were meant to see and it's based on not just this life, all of the lives that you've lived, all of the things you've experienced. All of the times that you said yes when everybody else said no, you were knocked up in your ranking, in your spiritual ranking. We come into this world not brand new to this. Most of us are old souls, especially if we're here on Pronoia. This is not our first time here. We're here right now on a mission. On a mission to remember, on a mission to awaken, on a mission to recover, to rediscover. It's so much. We are not here by chance at this time where everything is blossoming. And while you're here, you are here to also recognize that everything you've been through has made you and given you more than what you have unlocked so far. A lot of us carry more than what we are willing to believe, because we don't believe anything that has not been physically been able to be proven. We are afraid to look into it. But know that when you get that inkling not to go to certain places, and you find out, something really bad happened there, or before you leave, you turn around and go back, and then you find out it was an accident. Those are not inklings. Those are slight intuitions telling you that you knew better, and you went with what you knew better. Now, if you did it consciously versus being like, oh, let me just go back and get my keys, but feeling like, oh, I felt that feeling that I should go back in. Not just that the keys, but the feeling. For me, the feeling comes first, and then a thought that tries to explain what the feeling is. Oh, maybe I just left something. But the feeling comes first of stop, go back, turn around. And the minute that you start trusting that, you start walking in that tells divine that you trust divine. It's like, I'm sending you messages. Every time you say yes to that, divine trust that you're going to continue on the right path. That's how you get selected for certain, and being selected is not a joy. Sometimes you get put into situations. A lot of times when you have authority, you get put into situations where people, the divine is on his last leg with, you know what? I want to bless this person with a good person in their life. Let me give you a good friend, a good family member. Let me give you a good love. Let me give you a good pastor, or a good, somebody. Whoever you are, however you show up, you may show up in someone's life as whatever they need at that time, because divine knows what that person needs, right? And so we show up as this because we accepted the assignment. We accepted the assignment to always show up in divine love, to show up in our higher selves. And it's also divine using us. Using us to truly see if one wants to evolve or devolve, if one wants to move forward and become elevated when being in the presence of someone who lives in high vibration. We don't live in it all the time. We're not perfect. People who are chosen are not perfect. People who carry a certain authority are not perfect, but they say yes to divine. They thrive for greatness. They thrive for better, and they're not ashamed to say yes to divine when everybody else is too busy partying or having a good time, or they just, it's not the thing to do. You think that having a podcast about spirituality is the thing to do? You think I attract so many suitors when they find out that I speak about a goddess, that I'm not a Christian? No. But I do it because I follow my divine guidance. I was put here to do something, to awaken a certain tribe, to make a certain impact on a certain group of people. It's not for everyone. You're not for everyone. You going into certain spaces is because divine needs to see. When divine puts its heart in human form into this spaces, how will we react? People who carry a certain authority within them are the people that you see are the most used, abused, mistreated. It's so crazy. People say, oh, you think you're better than someone else? No, I actually think that it is. I always ask, why are we taking, who said that I wanted this contract? Who said I wanted to be set into rooms with people that I can feel what they're thinking? Who said that? You think that that's a blessing? You think that I feel like, well, I'm a superhero? No, I feel sick most of the time, honestly. That's why I keep my energy to myself. That's why a lot of people who carry a certain authority, they are loners. Because they can feel things. They get inklings. They move differently because they not only have that authority, but they also have bigger missions. So sometimes, they'll be put into a place to see what's going on. But if have you ever put what is it called? An informant. If you put an informant into somewhere and they start to figure out the informant is an informant, what happens? They pull them up out of there. Divine will do the same thing for you. When your lights start getting bright and people start, they start getting monsters, they'll pull you up out of there. It's not always good. We don't even always understand what the circumstances are or what we don't even see the bigger picture. We are a pond for the divine. Willingly, by choice, authentically, because it's within us. We want to do this. We choose. And when we say yes, divine says yes. When we say yes, divine says yes. Our higher self says yes, yes. She's choosing herself. She's choosing to step in her power. She's choosing not to judge others, but to look at situations as a whole, like this does not suit me anymore. When I call judgment, I came in to make sure that everybody knows I don't got the diamond. I'm not saying you got it, but if they find it on you, that's on you. You see what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop being afraid to be truly. Let me tell you who's not afraid. Jehovah's Witnesses. No, the one came knocking on my window. On my window while I'm sitting in my car today, scared to mess me and my kids were sitting in the car. Boop, boop, boop. Want to invite me to his church. He's not afraid to come ask me to come to his church. And I'm not saying go around spreading your spirituality. I'm just saying don't be afraid to be who you are and stand in your own light amongst others who are not afraid to stand in theirs. And whatever their true belief is, that's cool. But you stand in your knowing. And don't be afraid. I was afraid for a long time to be myself in rooms full of people who were afraid to be themselves. Not realizing that just being myself was enough, and it actually would fill me up where I didn't even want to be in a room with people anymore. Divine trusts you to hold certain information, knowledge, and ability to lead others because you prove it every time. When things get rough, you turn to divine. When you don't know what to do, you hand it over. You call justice. You call on divine. You say, I don't know what to do anymore, and you hand it over. And that right there says, I trust you. I trust that you know more than I trust that I don't want to keep going this way. And when you do that, that's when divine gives you even more authority to see the things you need to see, that you don't have to always turn to me. Now you know, if you've started feeling cloudy, I'm going to give you clarity because you have earned the clarity to be able to see yourself. I'm giving you divine clarity. That's where claircognizance or clairsentience or all the claras come from. They come from divine, the clarity. You see, I grew up in that religion and didn't realize how startling that could be to people. Oh, yes. I just was like, whoa, okay. And it was just like, well, he had a lot of questions for me. Do you know Jesus? Do you see Jesus as the savior of your whole entire world? Like I was like, and I was very honest with him. I said, I see Jesus as a prophet. Yes, indeed. A conscious, like, don't get me started, sir. I am not. Don't come knocking on my window, because again, I show up as my authentic self. He asked me questions. I wasn't trying to be rude. I gave him back, yes, no, I'm not a Christian. Yes, this is what I believe. Yeah, I grew up Christian. Y'all, it's not, I have nothing against Christians. That's just not my path to divine. Everybody has their own path to divine. Yes. Like, I'm like, sir, do not start asking me questions, because I'm going to ask you questions back. And then we're going to go back and forth, and you're going to leave perturbed and questioning things and going to look at, and I'm not trying to send nobody down a rabbit hole. So, sir, just my whole maternal side of the family are, Look, listen, I know so many, and I have an open mind. I enjoy learning so much. But I also get turned off from things that don't return, right? So if they can come and ask me, but I can't ask you. See, I had a friend too, and he was what? And he asked me, right? He would say, yo, you want to come to my church? I said, no problem. You want to come to my church? I can't. See, that ain't fair. Look, I have a Libra moon, right? And I'm a Pisces. I'm all about, you got to be fair. So you can go to, I'm coming to yours, but you can't come to mine. So I can listen to what you believe, but you can't listen to what I may know. No? Mm-mm. Gotcha. And then I couldn't, it's real hard to be receptive when there's no give and take. And so I am open to so much that I realize that it's easy for us, and this moves on to the next topic, it's easy for us to fall into different traps because we have to learn discernment, right? The power of discernment. You have to be able to know within yourself. Don't let somebody else. It's beyond what you can see with your own two eyes. It's like, ooh. I don't even know how else to describe it, but it's that oof. It hits you in this, your solar plexus, maybe even your sacral, but it hits you in your solar. It hit me right here in my solar plexus when, or if you ever been around somebody and you get them good feelings, it's just like, oh, that too, And we have to use discernment. And I'm going to tell you why discernment is so important. Because as I mentioned before, we talked about past lives, right? I remember, like, different when you meet different souls. Again, I'm very sensitive to energy. So when I meet somebody and I've had a past life with you, I can feel it. I can feel it. Yep. Now, what I wasn't discerning about was what was that damn past life? What happened? Who were you? Not everybody you meet is a past life lover, friend, family member. Some of them was past life enemies, past life co-workers, bosses. I'm just saying. Discernment is that internal meter you've built through experience to intentionally make choices. Absolutely. Yes. And discernment has a lot to do with trusting yourself over anybody else. Discernment. Not to be thrown off. Not to say you have to be bullheaded. So listen, I have a Taurus rising. And darling, on the Libra moon, quality and fairness is a must. But then the Taurus bullness, yes, I am stubborn and stuck in my ways. Absolutely. Because I use my discernment and I listen to my intuition. So to really throw me off and say that what I'm thinking and what I'm feeling ain't right is telling me that I'm crazy, because I got to be crazy if I'm going to listen to what's coming out your mouth over what I'm feeling and I'm thinking. And of course you're going to call me bullheaded. Of course you'll call me stubborn, because you want me to doubt my own intuition and my own discernment. Anybody who tries to make you humble or doubt yourself, come on. Do that. Do that. Yes. Yes, we do. We do. And it's crazy because we're going to talk about astrology over here, you know. We're going to get into those. Yes, we're going to get into it. But a lot of you guys, you got to know when you have boundaries, when you're authentic, you have to have boundaries. You have to be able to push back, because everybody's going to want to pull you back over to the other side of the crowd. They're going to want you over there with the white sheep when you clearly are black sheep. They're going to convince you that being a black sheep is something wrong with you. You need to go over here and bleach your skin. You need to change the color of your wool. It's something wrong with you. You need to come on over to the other side. Stand on business about yourself, because they're going to stand on business about that crap that they spitting over there. It's true. And again, I respect everybody has their own opinion, but when you push it on me, and I'm not coming to push it on you, I don't go around telling people, you know, I got this podcast I'd like for you to hear about. Have you heard of Pronoia? Do you know what Pronoia means? Yes, it means that the universe is working for you. Do you believe that the universe is working for you? Like, come on. Honestly. If I walked around doing that, then, you know what I'm saying? People be like, oh man, she's trying to push her ideologies on me. No, I made a podcast over here, and you can come if you feel like it. Exactly. I hate that pushes me away from what you're trying to push me towards anyway. Exactly. Listen, I had to learn. Listen, sharing information versus trying to convince people are totally different. And that's why you create a platform where people can come and listen to what you got to say if you want to rant like I do sometimes. And don't get whoop. Because this is what, look, I didn't tell you had to be here. You could choose to not be here, and it's cool either way. I'm not hating on, but people feel like, I made a post about it, you know, because I got a lot of spiritual hate because I put up a caricature. Right, the caricature was generated by AI, and I said, and it pulled information based on Pronoia. It gave me some little tarot cards. It had me looking all cute and stuff. And this girl was like, tarot cards? Are those tarot cards? Oh, I cannot talk to you. I cannot be. Or she asked questions and then blocked me before I could even answer. No problem. No problem. But ask me how I do and how do I treat people? I mean, just saying, the people who know me, how do I treat people? Do it matter what way I use to talk to my divine? Am I asking you to use the tarot cards? Did I ask you to pull a card on you? Did I ask to read your palm or your astrology chart or your human design? No, I did not. I did not come knocking on your window and asking you to come to Pronoia. I did not. I posted something on my page, or I posted something under something you posted, which is like, show your thing. I showed my thing, and it was like, oh no, shut it down. And these are supposed to be the most want to bring you to some kind of saving. How you gonna save me when you don't even like me, because you don't even know me? Because a tool that I choose to use that works for me. Not once did I say it will work for you. Yeah, it's straight silliness. Right. Listen, let me tell you something. The definition, what got me was the part, let me tell you what hit me right here. Was when they said that God told them. And it was the same day, 11/11. Yes, it was the same day. Mind you, I've been this way. If you go back, even if you're a friend of mine on Facebook and you look at all my posts, I've always been like this. This ain't no new stuff. I've been saying what I've been saying. Reminders will pop up and I'll be like, dang, and today, and yesterday, and tomorrow. Nothing changes. I have been this way. But it's so weird that it was like two people that did not know each other reacted the exact same way. And it was just a reminder to me. Again, I know I'm not for everyone. I don't try to be for everyone. I don't want to be for everyone. I prefer not to be for everyone. Because when I do find those people that I'm for, damn, they dope. They just like me. They love the things I love. They know what they know, and they know what they don't know, and they not judgmental. Yes, 11/11. Look at all those 11/11s over there too. Spirit, yes. Like, don't try to force things. Don't try to force things, especially when you carry a certain, it's like when you carry a certain amount of authority, or when you carry a certain light with you, you can't be in everybody's spaces and trying to make things happen. Divine will put you in certain spaces and remove you from certain spaces. Walk away easily. Don't force it. It was never meant for you to stay there long. Starseeds, we don't stay places long. We are buried, we grow quickly, and we are removed and buried somewhere else. We never die, we multiply. That's the starseed. Yeah. And starseeds carry an authority. They do. Yes. Master it. Master it. Because that will blow people's mind how quickly you can. What? Detach. I thought you were the love of my life. I was for that moment, and you chose not to treat me right. Peace. And that's in any situation. Hold on tightly, let go lightly, because you trust divine over anything. Don't let anything or anyone become your God above your God. Yes. Ashe, ashe. Truly. Because God will remove anything that you place above, so you will see that there is nothing, no one has your back. No one like divine. Divine will put the right people in place for you in your life once you know that, though. Once that happens, see, once I realized that ain't nobody had my back, I rolled out and divine started putting people in my life. I was like, nah, divine was like, yeah. I'm like, nah. Yeah, it was that back and forth, because how I'm supposed to trust this now? I want to be alone. Leave me alone. Divine was like, nah, because you learned your lesson. You see, you clear. And see, the thing about chosen is sometimes we learn lessons and people be like, man, I had to learn that lesson a million times. Yeah, we don't have to learn it that many times. We get it. And we got too much to do. So we don't get that lesson again, because when we get it hard. It ain't no easy lesson. It's that rug swept from underneath your foot, head bust on the ground, blood on the back of your head. You thought you keep passing out thinking, am I still alive type of lesson. But you'll be all right. Divine is always going to pull you back up. You know, let me take a breath, y'all. because I so much going through my mind right here. But I don't want to mess up the goddess's name, and I'm going to say there's a goddess, right? And it made, oh my God, when I heard the story, shout out to, yes, of my mushroom coffee, y'all. Shout out to the mushroom coffee in the building. It keeps me going. But it was around Easter or Ishtar, right? I saw the story of the goddess who fell, right? They talk about how Jesus was resurrected, but it really was originally a story of a goddess who fell through the 7 layers, right? And as she fell, she was stripped of everything. She was stripped of everything. First her crown, then her garments, her ring, her Ina. Yes, exactly. I didn't want to jack it up, but yes, absolutely, right? And that fall all the way down to nothingness, to death, to be killed and resurrected and regain everything as you, yes, exactly. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Let me share that. There we go. Yes. And when I was, when I saw the story and I seen it, and then it was sent to me again. And I was just thinking about, you guys, if you've been with Pronoia for a while, you know that Goddess Rael was once Foxy Roxy. And there was a stripping to remember, right? Yes. Oh, don't get me started. Look, I say spell out your name, because you right here, you gonna get me started tonight, and I can't be on here all night. Okay, you're gonna have to come back. You're gonna make me dialogue, but because we talk about the light and the dark over here. So I say all that to say, sometimes you have to be stripped of everything, presented as nothing, die and be reborn into your greatness. Like, that's how this world will do you. You will lose it all. You will lose your crown. You will lose your garment. You will lose the ring that says that you are the goddess that you are, but you have to still remember and hold that within you as you are being stripped, because you will. God will always sprinkle the rain, the water of life back on you. There is no death, just rebirth. Yes, I know you got a download of emotion. Yes, because we got stripped of everything just to be reborn. That's the goddess energy. That is the energy of the feminine. That is the energy of the fallen. That is the energy of the angels. That is the energy of the human. We have been lost. We have lost who we are, our divine spark, and we have to regain our divine spark so we can remember who we are and return. And it comes from giving up, detaching from the things that we keep holding so tightly to as doctrine, as words that people have taught us, versus what resonates with us in our inner being, using our discernment and our divine spiritual authority to call judgment on certain things. People tell you, judge not. Who? What? You wouldn't even have the thought to judge if you're not supposed to judge certain situations. If you were to walk into something and not judge it, you could get killed easily. Don't let people use words and misconstrue what they mean. I'm not casting judgment on you. I'm saying that you and I don't belong in the same room together. You are not healthy for me. You are not safe for me. I am judging the fact that this is not safe for me. Someone stole the bracelet. I'm calling judgment. You might not like it, but within me, I know what I came here to do. People like, I ain't no snitch. I am. And I am. And y'all can play it over and over and sound clip it. See, I knew she was a snitch. She is. I'm telling on you. Especially if it's in my divine heart. I'm not hiding nothing from divine for you. That's why I don't walk in fear, because I know divine got me. You know why? Because I do what I'm supposed to do. That's right. Put them scale. That's that Libra scale, because I understand that if I don't carry myself a certain way, how can I expect you to? So if I don't carry myself a certain way and you still don't, I'm not, guess what? My scale don't shrink because of what you eat don't make me. What? Okay. So I'm not afraid to call judgment, because judgment is not just for you, it's for me too. It's everybody in the room is getting checked. But I also know, because I know what I stand in and who I am, then I feel good about, hey, let me call Divine up and let him know we need to come down here and see what's going on. Because I know I'm clean. I'm not perfect. No, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I did slap them up. You know what I'm saying? But I had to do that. And Divine, you know what? You gave me that authority. You know what I'm saying? Slap them up a little bit because I had to look like I was part of. Yeah, it'd be like that. And listen, am I a Libra? I'm a Libra moon. I'm a Taurus rising, and I'm a Pisces sun. And Pisces is a higher version of Libra as far as balance. So Pisces is about spiritual balance, while Libra is about on the earthly realm of balance of, like the Mayat scales, right? The laws. But Pisces is spiritual love and balance. So balance is everything. Yes, I'm a Taurus rising. Yes. Yes, they dirty. And they don't exactly. You snitch, you get stitches. No, well, you know what? Divine got that too. Go ahead, put your hands on me if you want to. You might give me some stitches and you end up in 6 feet under. You don't touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. You know why? Because the prophet's supposed to speak. Mm-hmm. Yes. All right, Cancer sign, Taurus moon and Leo, right? Okay. That's a powerful combination. Yes, know thyself. 11:22 on the clock. Spirit gave you this authority, gave you this energy because you're supposed to stand in it. You're not supposed to hide it. You're not supposed to act like you don't know who you are when you know who you are. Guess what? Because if you don't, somebody else do. I used to say this all the time. If you don't build your empire, somebody will use your energy to build theirs. And they won't lift a finger. There's plenty of energy vampires out here siphoning people and using their energy. And believe me, I've been used before. I tell a story all the time. I've been a freaking Capri Sun with several straws. Didn't even know. Was wondering what the hell's going on around me, especially when you carry a certain light. But you know what? The thing about divine beings, you can't just use them up, because divine never stops filling them up. So when you thought you done got them down, I sucked that Capri Sun till I heard that noise, that emptiness. Yeah. And you went back and that whole Capri Sun was fat and the juice was running over. And you like, what is going on? That's divine. Mm-hmm. That's what spiritual authority looks like. Yeah, they'll put you in places and you thought you stomped them out or you buried them, and 3 days later they resurrect. Yeah, that's spiritual authority. When they fall 7 layers but still rise 7 more, that's spiritual authority. A lot of people don't know what it looks like because they expect it as in power. Oh, you must be the president, or you must show up as the CEO, or you must have this many hoes, or do these things, or you be able to control these people, or do these things. That's not authority. That's man-made power. Authority enters rooms in just presence. You know how people don't like you when they don't know you? Yeah, they can smell the authority. It's like, she's wearing that deodorant, that authority. She's wearing the deodorant, authority. Yeah, they don't like it. They don't like that smell of divine on you, that smell of morality, integrity. How dare you? How dare you care enough about yourself to not exploit yourself? I exploit myself. Maybe I don't like myself. No, you're making me not like myself more. I don't like you. That's authority. When people don't like you for no reason because you like yourself or because you choose not to play the stupid games that they play. I was just, who was it? What's his name? Come on. Okay, I'm going to say the lyrics because y'all good at this. They say it's lonely at the top, and whatever you do, you always got to watch motherfuckers around you. Y'all know the song. You know it. I'm gonna let y'all say it in the comments because y'all who's the artist. It just came to my mind, but I'm gonna let y'all say it in the comments. But it's lonely at the top. Not in I'm above you, as in higher consciousness. As in gangsta, it's got to be the show shot. That's right. That's right. Yes. Yes. I'm sorry. I get excited. But yes. It's lonely at the top of the pyramid. Okay, so at the bottom of the pyramid, if we're talking about the pyramid that I'm speaking of, let me see if I still have this on my my media real quick. Because I believe, did I get rid of it? I had to clear out some things, but I don't think I have it. So there's a pyramid of like consciousness, you know, and at the top, you know, is the highest form of consciousness. Yes, Guru, that's right. Who knows her Underground 2000s? Absolutely. We're going to have that show here. You know, we like music. But there's a pyramid, right? And most people, and I'm not judging, but a lot of people, they're at the bottom of the pyramid. They're worrying about just the basic living things, right? Like we're at the root area. So it's thicker at the bottom of the pyramid. There's more at the bottom of the pyramid. As you move up, it becomes less and less. The pyramid narrows. When you get to the consciousness of, I can see past the mask, the illusions. I just want a pureness. I don't want to fake. It's a lot of mask wearing. It's not a lot of people up here with you. Okay, so when we feel like we're being isolated, because this was another subject within the spiritual authority. This comes with spiritual authority. It's lonely in the top in whatever you do. You always got to watch people around you. You know why? Because everybody's trying to reach something, right? But if you are aware of your spirituality, you are trying to reach a higher consciousness. In becoming aligned with divine, there's certain spiritual inheritance, gifts. There's certain things that come with your spiritual ranking, with your ability to keep moving up the rank. Like you get medals that other people don't have. When you walk around with your shiny medals, you make people angry. You know why? Because it reminds them that they are not on the path for the medal. They didn't even sign up for it. They didn't even put in the application. They chose to party all night. And that was their choice. But now that you got the medal, they don't like you. It is not your job to make other people like you. It is your job to keep on your path. And as you go up your path, it narrows. It gets more and more narrow. It does. It gets lonely sometimes. But really, is it lonely? Because I feel like it's the flip of the upside down, right? So even though on the earthly realm, as you move up, the people you see become less. But your coverage, it flips. You have more coverage as you move up. So the pyramid becomes heavier, right? You have more spiritual protection, angels, guardians, ancestors walking with you. That's why I made that real with the ancestors. You don't know who you fucking with when people got a certain amount of protection with them. And as you say yes more, you become more protected. You get put into more positions where you're not just the one being tested, but the people in the environment around you are being tested. And in doing so, you have to have protection. You have to be able to know the things that are not being said in your presence. Because when you have a certain light, people are not going to say every time they're not going to be like, oh, your light is too bright. No, they're going to talk amongst themselves. They're going to meet. They're going to have group meetings and things on the side about you. So you have to have spiritual protection. You have to have eyes and ears outside of your own in this body form. You got to have ancestors, ascended masters, guides watching. Oh, this is what they plot, this is what they doing. And then when you get those downloads, you know where they're coming from? Your spiritual protection, from your ranking. See, when you're a general in the army, you get certain information. When you're a lieutenant, you get a certain information. When you're a private, you know a little less. So your spiritual ranking determines what you get to know as well. People with high spiritual ranking, yes, they have different abilities. You know why? Because they got to move a different way, because they're put in different situations. It's not good, better, worse. No, it's who you are. It's how you're going to be used in this chess game of life for divine. And if you're a chess piece where you're in the front, and I don't know how chess goes, so don't even go there with me, y'all. But if you're in the front line, if you are in the front line and you are one of divine's front soldiers, you got to know that you got a certain amount of protection around you. You're going to always have that with you, because you're supposed to be able to go into these spaces. I spoke about this on Unmasking Morality. You know, I've been invited to places that I'm like, really? Me? Okay. And I realized divine said, take that invitation, because you may speak to people who will never hear anything like what you speak of. You think everybody knows what you know. That was my mistake growing up my whole life, was thinking that everybody knows what I know or feels the way I feel or am how I am. That's what got me set up my whole life. Thinking everybody's kind, and if somebody say they're not lying, then they must not be lying, right? Because I'm not, and I'm not perfect, but I make it a point, because of the authority that lied in me as a child. I know I've been here many lifetimes. I came back as a Pisces. That's the last sign in the zodiac. Why? Because I've been here many times. So as a child, I had discernment that other children did not have. And it made me a weirdo. When everybody was freaking around and having boyfriends, that was not my thing. And it was like, oh, she thinks she's better than us. That's not it. I'm hearing things that you're not hearing. I feel a certain way. I feel like if I do it, I'm going to get knocked out. You might be able to get away with humping around with a whole bunch of boys and not get pregnant. Let it be me. I'm going to get in trouble. No, I knew that already. Why? Because of the lifetimes before, because of what you earn that. You know, you earn your memory sometimes. I believe that the more that we are open to divine, we are open to the veil lifting and us being able to remember who we were, and having that connection to who we were is almost like being able to download gifts from other dimensions that we own, that were ours, were always ours. 1133. Yes. Absolutely. We're able to pull and tap into those gifts if we trust. And I'm getting a very high pitch right now. So confirmation. We are able, and I trust, and I've always trusted. I promise you. I wish it's like, you know, it was a movie by Robin Williams. I thought it was a freaky, weird ass movie growing up, but I will say, just now it popped in my head that if we had those little, it was a movie photo finish or something like that, where people had cameras embedded into their minds, and so when they died, people would take like little pieces and make a part of their funeral. But the fucked up part is like the person who had to develop the film got them to see their whole life, and you know, people do creepy, weird stuff, so he had to watch that and then cut it up into making this person look like a good person based on like little pieces of their fragments of their lives. I don't remember the name of the movie. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. I think it's called Photo Finish or something like that. But when I say I promise, it's because you know how you know yourself, and it's like, I wish you could see that. Oh, he's your birthday twin. I love Robin Williams. I do. Oh, we'll talk about him one day too. Y'all, we got so much to talk about on Pronoia. But I wish that you could see what I've seen in my life so you can understand why I know and I trust who I say that I am. And I hope that one day everybody will step in and trust who they feel that they are, and then go towards that. Not who the world told you are, not who people say you not. Go towards who you feel that you are. Just go towards it. Like, don't let nobody hold you back. Don't let nobody make you feel like you can't. Just Tap into that. And it has been a challenge. It has not been easy, but now that I'm standing in it, it's no way you can push me off of it. You know, it's like the Michael Jackson. Remember Michael Jackson used to do the dance and he lean back and lean forward. You're like, how the hell he do that? That's how I feel about if somebody trying to take me off of my throne. No, I know who I am. And I know why I've been sent here. I may not know everything, but I know who I am. In its fullness, no, but I know who my essence is. I know who I belong to. I know who sent me here. I know who works through me. I know who I work for. I know the pond in the game that I choose to play. I know that I'm good with that. On Pronoia, my only wish is that everybody become good with the piece that they chose to play in this game. Not trying to be another piece. The Fisher King. Okay. See, I thought it was called something else like photo finish or photo something. Okay. But yes, he was able to, and then he didn't want to do it. Like it was a weird movie. But I will say that like I wanted to here's the downloads. This is what happens when downloads come. It's like everything is coming through. Write your story, your grimoire, your book, your life, your experiences. Write it. Final cut. That's it. Yes, it was the final cut. That was it. Yes, that was it. The final cut. But yes, write it. Share it. I shared this book before, and I don't want to get out my squeaky chair because it's very noisy, but it's a book where, it's questions that you can tell your children about yourself over time. We can resonate with so many books in the Bible or in different, religious backgrounds, because these are stories that honestly are about you. You are living these stories. We have had our moments as Ina, as Ishtar falling and re-becoming. We've had our moments as Jesus being persecuted and told that we were wrong when we know we were just standing in the light and being rebirthed. We've had our Job moments. We've had our Noah moments. We've had the moments of Saul and Paul. We've had a transformation moment. Write these stories. They need to be told. People need to know, like, the truth. Like, not just the allegories, not just the stories of the past, because the stories of the past are ancient stories that are being retold over and over. We can remix them. Your life is the remix to these stories. They are about you. That's why you can go to these certain books and stuff and get knowledge about them, because they are your stories. There are prophets living right now. I know some. You know some. There are divine beings, messengers sent out right now in human form. This is not the past. This is not a 200, 300, 500, 4,000-year-old book I'm talking about. I'm talking about in the now, right now. There are angels cloaked in human form. The divine uses to orchestrate justice, to show kindness, to be a light in darkness, that help elevate this planet. I didn't pick the word Starseed randomly. It was divinely guided to me before people start walking around yelling Starseeds. Nobody knew what Pronoia meant. I didn't know either until I seen the word, and I was like, dang, what is that? And I'm a rabbit hole person. Once I figured it out, I couldn't let the word go. It was divinely guided. But it's not by chance. That's what we are. We believe that everything is working out for us because it is. We are starseeds. We are those that were sent down here to raise the frequency. We may not show up the way that people think that we should, but it doesn't mean that we stop showing up. I had people who were so close to me. They were too fucking close. They couldn't see my light, and that's okay. I'm good with that. It wasn't for you to see if you can't see it. If they can't hear, it wasn't for them to hear. Not you, not for everybody. I'm not for everybody. Ayahuasca's not for everybody. Some people will trip out with Mother Aya and never come back. Sometimes we are too deep for some people, and sometimes we're deep enough just for the right people. And your people will show up. Look at you. You here. Absolutely prophesied by ancient civilizations. The Christ consciousness has returned. It's not just, oh, really? Okay, we're going to have to talk. But it's not just Jesus the Christ. It's the consciousness. Jesus, we're going to get into, we've talked about it before. The message of if you believe Jesus is alive, real, not, the message was be you. Tap into you. Let me show you. You will do greater things. You, ye are gods. Ye, you. Not I. How the hell did they all turn into I? Have no idea. You know, I'm a weirdo. When in my mind, the words, the way that I hear things is you're nobody till somebody kills you. Y'all heard that by Biggie. Nobody liked Jesus until Jesus resurrected 3 days later. Nobody was like, yo, Jesus. You know, the ones who was with him, but he had a little clique. The king had a bigger clique. But when Jesus came back, no, he the truth. Yeah, you gotta do something supernatural for people to believe you. Sometimes your enemies, you will have to show up after your enemies thought they had stomped you out, so God can show you that God is real, and not just for you, for them. That rolling back of the story of Jesus was not so Jesus could be like, look at me. I told you I was divine. No, it was to show the essence of God, that you cannot kill what God has put here to raise the vibration. You can think you could kill the flesh, but the energy will continue to resurrect. We are in the resurrection time. Yes, keep the click small. This click's gotta be small, because when you get a big click, believe me, there are enemies implanted. I know. We out here getting surrogate families that are not for us, because we are healed, please. You don't need a click. Until you heal, don't get a click, because you won't use discernment. You'll think everybody love you and they stabbing you in the back and draining your energy and Capri Sunning. Don't do it. I'm telling you. They'll have the big old vein popping out their head from soaking all your energy away. Do not get a click until you heal and fix yourself and know thyself. Because a click ain't going to elevate you. They are not going to validate you. They're not going to do nothing for you that you can't do for yourself. But when you do, once you do, that click gonna be tight. I promise you, it's gonna be the right set of people. Divine, when you don't want people, is when divine send you the right people. Because that desire, that need, the desperation for family, for care, for love is gone. You filled it yourself. The cup is full. Now, other people with full cups want to come. You like, wait a minute. I'm used to empty cup motherfuckers. Yes, right. But now your cup is full. You're attracting the same thing. So again, heal. So you can attract healed. And yes, you will still attract wounded. Believe me, when you have a full cup, you will see a motherfucker with an empty cup coming your way. But you can discern. You can be like, oh no, my cup is full. Why would I fraternize with you? I'm just saying, be more discerning. Yes, love you. Absolutely. But make sure your cup is full. Everybody else, the people around you, they'll make sure their cup is full. I'm around a lot of full cup people. And if I see somebody cup, you know what I'm saying, that's not full, and they my friend, I pour a little bit. Actually, I don't even pour because mine runneth over. They could just come over and slide and get a little bit, because I don't pour from my cup. I learned about that. Never pour. Let it runneth over. I got so much love, you can get a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But they cup ain't never empty. And when I need some, they top me off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I'm always on full, because God always just pouring into me. Yeah. Yeah, why would I fraternize with you when you got an empty cup and you keep looking at my cup, trying to see what's in my cup? Go fill your own cup. And that's what we got to realize. Can't nobody love you better than you. And it sound corny. I know. A lot of shit sound corny. That's why people don't go to, that's corny. It's too easy. Yeah, it got to be difficult, right? You gotta be fucking difficult. It gotta be a damn maze to get through it. You don't want the one. If I told you, if you just do this one thing, you get there. You're like, no, it can't be that easy. Okay. Well, go right ahead and go put a little there. You get, I'll meet you there. I've been sitting there sipping on pina coladas, waiting for you to get there because you just felt like it had to be difficult. We gonna get there. I might just be there I probably didn't live a couple lives as a ascended master, something, waiting for you to get there because you just felt like it had to be difficult. Some people you just can't. But yes, we carry a certain spiritual authority when you work. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just reading something that popped up on here. Okay. When you work with divine, you carry a certain authority. You are able to go into certain places and say, hey, you know what? This ain't for me. And it's not about being bougie. It's not about turning things down. It's about having that divine insight, knowing better and doing better. You know, nobody questions when a cop says what it says, or when a judge makes its ruling. But when you carry spiritual authority, because you don't carry a physical title in this earthly realm, people may question you, but never question yourself. You know what is within you. You know why you do it. You know it's not out of cockiness. It's out of guidance. A lot of times we are guided to speak out. Yes. When you know what's for you, you just do better. And you know, absolutely. And you don't doubt yourself. Let me tell you, it's just the doubt of yourself will be your own demise. It will. And there's a book called The Tipping Point. I have it over here, but again, my chair's too squeaky for me to be doing all of that. It's called The Tipping Point. And it talks about basically the decisions that we make. Every little tiny thing that we do has an effect. Life is only about decisions and choices. Only. That is what it's all about. Are you going left, right? Every day that you make a different decision, you're sketching out a different type of drawing. You're going left this day, you're going right this day, you're going left this day. It's not going to, everybody's drawing is going to come out looking different, but we all trying to get to the same spot. Damn, how did she get there quicker? Because she kept making the same decision. She didn't keep going left and right. She just kept, I'm just saying. But we all going to get there. Somehow, some way, we all going to get there. Because at the end of the day, we're all connected to divine. You say, and when you don't speak out, you feel it. Yep. Jonah from the Bible. Absolutely. Absolutely. What's by Malcolm? Oh, yes. By Malcolm Gladwell. Yes, absolutely. The Tipping Point. Yes. Yes. If you don't speak out and you are divinely guided to, yeah. That's that Taurus energy in me too. I'm stubborn. Like, and not in against divine, but with divine. Like, the Pisces may be like, just let it go. This Taurus be like, nah. God said, divine said, let it be known that you know. Like, divine do be having to tell me sometimes, like, don't even let them know. Don't even say nothing. Don't say nothing. It's hard for me. Once I know something, like, I'm not one of those, I am not a person that will plot against people. You know why? I don't got time for that shit. I do not have time to plot against people. When I know something, I move accordingly. I remove myself. I say, I let you know that I know. I move the hell on. I don't plot. I don't plan. I don't do conniving things because divine is watching me at all times. And it's not just words. I know it. And when you know, you move differently. People think, they believe, they honor, they move, and they move as such. But when you know something, you move like you know something. Think about it. If you knew your mama was standing right in front of you, looking right there at you, you would move differently. Well, that's how I feel about divine. Looking right there at me through my eyes. When I look at me, it look at me. When I close my eyes, it closes its eyes. When I wake up, it wake up. There's no hiding. So you have to be true to yourself. And being true to yourself is being true to divine. because divine is within you. It's watching you at all times. You are the human tape recorder. We are the true. It's not artificial intelligence. We are supposed to, articulate and identify. We're supposed to speak out. We are supposed to be the mouths and the brains and the minds of God. We are divine beings. The reason we were sent here is to observe, like the Aquarius does, right? The Aquarius knows. We're in the age of knowing. So in order to know, you have to observe. You can't just know. You know by observation, even if it's silence. How do I know certain things? I get quiet. When I get quiet, divine gets loud. That's why I have to tell my kids, oh, it's bedtime. Mommy got to get into a channel. When I get into this podcast, I promise, when I go back and watch this, I ain't gonna know what I said. I said that? Who said that? Divine said that. It be divine. I sit here and divine just comes through me, but it's in silence. Some people will not give you silence because they don't want you tapped into spirit. They're going to be around you all the time. People think that love is being around somebody all the time. No, that's not. That's distraction. That's actually distracting you from true love. Somebody who want to be up in your ass all day, they don't love you. They distracting you. Yes, I love people, but give me a break. I need to breathe. I need to talk to God. I need to go on a walk. You checking on me? Why you got to know where I'm at all the time? You a monitoring spirit or you a lover? What's going on? Let's question these things. Use your discernment, because the spirit, everybody say they're spiritual, but there's high and low vibrations, and low vibrations will use the people around you if they are broken, fractured in any way, shape, or form, and it will monitor you through those people. So they start asking you a bunch of questions, wanting to be around you all the time. Stop identifying that as love and start looking at it a little differently sometimes. Why are you so attached? What is missing inside of you? What do you need? Validation? What's going on? Why you can't take? Listen, anytime that you have to talk to somebody all the time, I had to learn this. It's because you are anxious. You don't trust them. For real. And why you have to occupy yourself with sound all the time? It's distracting. How can you tap in when there's so much going on outside of you? And it's not just lovers, it's friends. There are friends who will come into your life and be around you just to monitor you. Some of them know, some of them don't know. When you're highly spiritual, believe me, they know. And that's another thing about the pyramid. As you move up, as you become stronger, so does the things that get sent in to distract you. They become a little bit stronger. They become a little bit more cloaked, a little more hidden. But your discernment also gets stronger. So don't ever doubt yourself. Trust yourself. With AI, the fake AI, nowadays, discernment is everything. It's a part of trusting your discernment. This is like Earth's class is to teach you things. People will come in your life, betray you, and treat you like shit to teach you a lesson about where you were whole, where there was holes and you allow people in, where you felt it's teaching you things. AI coming in and being able to fake your vision is telling you need to use a different type of vision. It's teaching you things. Pronoia means that everything is working for you. So even when things look like they're crazy out here, it's still working for you. It's trying to teach you something about yourself. It's all a journey of self. It's not selfish to think that this is a journey of self. That's why you came here with your own mind. When you have conversations by yourself, don't stop doing that. That is for you to do. You're here on a journey of self-discovery. Yes. Stop. It is. Every lesson is refinement. I was so mad at Foxy Roxy for so long. And I know it's weird to talk about myself in third person, but look, just bear with me. Because she is gone. And I had to mourn her. I had to forgive her. I had to grieve her because it was certain things that I was like, why didn't I do that? Because, baby girl, there was things you had to learn about yourself. This is a journey. If you figured out early, what's the point of you being here? Every step is to learn. Be grateful for every trial, tribulation, joy, pain, rain. We came to experience it all. And I'm about to cry because that's so real. We came to have these experiences, even if they break us. They break us open. That's all they're here to do. They're not to hurt us, but to make us more of who we are. Sometimes we get so caught up in trying to be what everybody else wants us to be that we truly don't crack open to who we are. So divine will send. We'll send different entities, different people, different beings, different vibrations in to crack open, to make you become your higher, best self, because that is what's needed. So from the fall, you're going to reclaim everything that belongs to you. But you got to believe that there's no ground at the bottom of that fall. It's just like a bounce right back. It's like the net right there. You can't see it, but you have to trust it. Divine will never let you hit the rock bottom. There's no such thing as rock bottom. It's always return back to your greatness. You just can keep falling for a long time until you realize who you are. The awareness is everything. Awareness will snap you out of the fall. It will return you back to your greatness. Remembrance is everything. But the further that you fall, the more things will distract you from returning. So don't get distracted. We are deep in the fall. I don't know why I'm so emotional. It just... I pulled some cards on IG earlier. If you didn't check it out, it's a reel I posted. It was a live I did a couple days ago. It was a beautiful message from Divine. Divine really wants us to be ourselves. I promise you. The highest expression of showing Divine that you love Divine is just to be yourself. There's nobody else Divine wants you to be. I remember growing up and I'm very vulnerable. I'm very, it's not even vulnerable. I'm just very open. And people think that that's a weakness, but it's my gift. I don't have much that I don't mind hide. I don't hide a lot. There are some things I keep to myself because I feel like, Divine doesn't want me to share everything. I'm a magician and teach you all my tricks, but I don't even know where I was going. There we go. I'm back. But sometimes, again, Divine will use us in each other's lives. So know that you are special and you are supposed to be who you're supposed to be. Yes. Sometimes I have a million thoughts and it's like, people will say, oh, those tarot cards are the devil and all of this. You have to, first of all, test and trust the spirit that you are dealing with. Do I think that you can open portals and things like, yes, I know you can. I know, but I don't walk in that. You understand that? Like, you have to trust in yourself. Don't let everybody try to teach you what is right for you and what's wrong for you. People will tell me, idolatry, because I have like Basset heads and I have, these different goddesses, but to me, it's not idolatry. I'm not idolizing these goddesses. I actually see a reflection of myself in the goddesses. I see the energy of myself. So when I put these things up, they remind me that I am who I say I am. I am a goddess. I am the energy that I think that I am. It's not idolatry. You know what idolatry is, though? When you look up to celebrities, false idols, You know, people will misconstrue certain things because it fits into their bag to make you look a certain way. If you want to know who I am, see how I treat people, not what's in my house, not what I put up. Because if you're looking around, you might think I like a lot of cats, but really it's my past lives I'm drawn to. Yes, I can't help it. Like and I know that. And I used to try to, hide who I was. Again, stop. Don't hide who you are. Because the people, nobody else, the people who on the bottom of the pyramid, they ain't hiding who they are. Balls to the wall, they ain't hiding who they are. They walking around in their whole full root chakra glowing. So why are you hiding who you are? Because, you think you're better. No, you don't. But you make better choices. And that's okay. People will say you think you better because you make better choices. No, I think I'm making better choices. It's so annoying. I've heard it my whole life. And I mean this. I grew up with a cousin who used to tell me, she wrote me a letter called 10 Things I Hate About You. All of this shit was projection. I was young. I didn't know it was projection. My feelings was hurt, And it's always been like that my whole life. It'd be like people either love you or they hate you, right? That's just it. But in the letter, one of the things was just like, you're a goody goody. You're a goody two shoes and you think you're better than everybody else. Nigga. I have an Aquarius South Node. You know what that means? That means that I'm an observer. And I like to watch. I don't think I'm better than other people. I just make different decisions. So I watch when I was younger. I watched when girls would get in relationships and how they would cry. And only after they had sex with the young man. So I said, I don't want to do that. Oh, you think you better than people because you wasn't out here having... No, I'm observant. I'm seeing that emotions are attached to that thing. So I don't want to do that thing. That makes me better. No, I'm making better choices. Then I was dating someone. I wouldn't accept a situationship. I didn't want no friends with benefits. I was like, it's cool. You want to still do what you do? Peace. And I walked away with my dignity and everything intact. And guess what I did? I dated somebody else. And we all, because, DMV was small back then. And so, I'm out. I'm on a date. I'm having a good time. He see me over there. He like, oh, damn. She really meant that shit. You're right. I stand on business. You know what he came back saying? I want a relationship. I want the real thing. I'm like, what for? Why? Because I respected myself. I made a better choice than to say, well, if that's as much as you want, then I guess I'll take that. I think I'm better than you? No. I just have standards and boundaries. So when people project that you think you're better, it's because they think you're better. Who said that? Who said that? You said that? Who said that? You said that, Melissa. You said that? Who said that? Assureal? You said that? I didn't say that. But it's true. It's not that you think you're better. We said that, absolutely. It's not that you think you're better. It's that they think that you are better. And that pisses them off. Because how dare you have standards that they don't have? How dare you make decisions that they didn't make? How dare you not go down the same path that they went down? What makes you think you're better than them? What makes you think your decision to say no is better than their decision to say yes? I'm not comparing myself. You are. And so my whole life, I've observed that. Like how people will box me in because their brain needs to make a conclusion of who they think that I think I am. Not knowing that I'm on a never-ending journey. That is an open question for me. And I'm excited about the fact that there is no end to it. I'll continue to evolve. And that's the whole point. But some people don't like that. So they will. Their brains will loop it in and give you a whole definition. Oh, she is a witch. A wise woman? Maybe. Because that's what a witch is. A wise woman. Look it up. A wise woman. A person who uses earths and grains. It's not the crackly nose and yes, there's extremities to good and bad, or low vibrational or high vibrational. Yeah. Friends who think you're a know-it-all when you know a lot. Exactly. Okay, I'm sorry. I won't say anything. Oh, you're being quiet. You don't like us anymore. It doesn't matter what you do. Listen, it's not what you do, it's who you are. It's what you carry. It's the fact that your existence feels like arrogance to them. Why? Why are you here? Why? Why can't you just be like us? And it's like, because I'm not here to be like you. And why won't you just wake up and tap back into who you truly are and stop making all these damn excuses? No. You can't say that. Sorry. Don't do that. Just leave. There's no point. Because you can't talk to people who are not on the same frequency as you. It's like trying to, you're trying to get them to tune into a station that's not on their radio. Don't do it. It's just not worth it. But y'all, I could go on all night. I really can. And we can get a lot deeper into spiritual authority, like deeper into what it truly is. But I just wanted to touch on the fact that a lot of people believe that power comes from being able to manipulate, to distort, to cast illusions. And that's where power used to lie in the old world, honestly. In the age of Pisces, a lot of illusions, a lot of distortion, a lot of manipulation is where we lived. But we are not in the age of Pisces anymore. We are in the age of Aquarius. And in the age of Aquarius, the true magicians are divinely guided. They don't need crystals. They don't need tarot cards. They don't need nothing. They really, truly just divine in. They just divine in. Yes, they tap into divine. They tap into a frequency. They can walk past people and get a message from somebody talking to somebody on the phone. They can turn on a TV show and it tells them exactly what they should be doing next, because divine will send messages any way it can to its messenger, because it knows that its messenger is open to receiving the message. Divine will send you messages all day, but if you're not open to them, you will not hear them. You will not see them. You will not have the eyes to see or the ears to hear. It's not about you or me being better. It's about what you are ready for and what you are willing to accept. Old souls, a lot of old souls from a young age have been open to information and continue to be, because old souls have been here long enough to know that they don't know everything. I remember, so this is telling you people enjoy validation. And this is something, Starseeds, that we definitely have to be careful of. We don't need the external world to validate us. Once you have validated yourself, once you have said, this is who I am, and you stand in that power, and you truly are walking in it. And a lot of times you're walking alone. You truly are. You are going to be challenged to who you say you are. And you prove it to yourself, no one else, yourself, over and over again, then you won't need the validation, but you will receive confirmations. You will receive the affirmations from people around you. You will. People will see your light, and you won't be needing the validation. That's the beauty of it. See, the people who need the validation are those who don't do the work. The people who do the work don't need the validation. The work is the validation. It's like, damn, look what I just got through. Nobody has to know it. Most of the time, most people don't know it. It's just the way they carry themselves. When you feel empty, go within, not without. Because going outside of you is always a temporary cure to something. Nothing that can cure you, can heal you, is outside of you. It is all within you. It is in your mind, it is in your heart, and it is in your soul. I'm talking about everything. And I am not a doctor, but I will tell you, even dis-ease is in the mind, the body, the soul, and the heart. You can heal yourself. You can. Those dormant DNAs are being activated. Peace, Jackie. Those dormant DNAs are being activated within you. Truly. But it's really about what you believe, what you know, what you feel, what you resonate with, what frequency you are on, what vibration you are tapped into. What you choose is what you have. You want to be healed? Choose healing. You want to be happy? Choose happiness. You choose. No one else they can't choose it for you. I promise you can be happy with somebody and they can snatch that shit away from you. If that's your only happiness is with that person. Joy comes from within. You want to maintain something, it has to come from you. Nothing outside of you can be maintained because it doesn't belong to you. Metaphysical Anatomy by Dr. Everett Rose is a good book to have in your library. Thank you. Thank you for the recommendations as well. Thank you so much. If you have book recommendations, please feel free to drop them in the comments. And also, Starseed, follow me on Instagram. Send those book recommendations to me. Mr. Westbrooks as well. He does an unread podcast. It's really dope. If you haven't tapped into Mr. Westbrooks' class, please do. But yes, I love books. Thank you. I will look. Metaphysical Anatomy by Dr. Everett Rose. Thank you so much. I will look into that. And again, I'm sure there'll be a lot of confirmations. And I will say this because Divine will give me messages and then send me somewhere. So what you just did was so beautiful. Divine will give me messages and then send me to a book or send me out into the streets and I'll see something on the back of a bus or a license plate or something and it will confirm it to me. And you know why I know it's for me? Because Divine don't even have to be loud with me no more. Divine can be very subtle because I trust so much. It's like the little things, a little feather fall. Oh, yep, there we go. There's my sign right there. I saw a blue jay the other day. I knew I was being divinely protected. I will share with you. I'm gonna upload. I was walking, and I saw. Now I'm gonna upload it on Instagram. Please go check out Pronoia Starseed podcast. When I'm done with this podcast, I promise before I go to bed, I'm gonna upload. I saw a statue of the Mother Mary, the Mother Mary. And where it was, who could have got there and put it there and why, I have no idea. But it was a sign for me because I spoke about the mother, continued to speak about the mother. And I was speaking about the mother before I went on my walk and I seen it. And I had to zoom in because I was like, is that? When you see where it was and where it was put, it's just like, wow, the synchronicities. Yes, it say, okay, let's see. Women Who Run with Wolves is a good book. Okay, every woman should read. Yes, I've heard of it. I've never read it. I will. I'm sure I'm one of them women who run with wolves. Yes, break down the different disease in the body and the possible root cause from it. Gratitude for the shout out and gratitude to you for this message. And yes, it's been clear, loud and clear. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, follow me on Instagram, you guys. I put out a lot of reels about the upcoming shows. And listen, I know a lot of people put out reels and stuff. I put everything I put out, y'all. I put my heart and soul into it. And my reels are really telling you a story. I love music and I speak through music. I'm like, call me Bumblebee. Okay. You have seen the Transformers and you cut the radio on. That's me. Okay. So I will speak to you through music. If I don't fuck with you, you might look, you remember back in the day when you call somebody's phone, if I don't fuck with you, you be like, I don't fuck with you. When you call me, that's me. Okay, I will speak through you through music. So if you follow me on Instagram, watch the reels, but listen to the music. I like to find artists that are not like mainstream. I love to find artists who have something to say that touch my heart. So yes, please do follow me and make sure you are subscribed to the podcast. We continue to grow. I love it over here. I promise you. I never expected Pronoia to continue to grow like this. And look, I mean, I'm meeting people organically. I have not boosted anything. I haven't done any advertisement. You guys are organic. Starseeds are just coming in divinely guided here. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much. Yes, that is wild. Yes, I'm calling. We're going to get into the Claires. Melissa's going to come over here. You guys, we're going to get into so much on Pronoia. We're open until November. We are open all year till November. We're not closing down. This season ends in November. We got so much to get into. And you know, I could talk all the time. Like when Divine cuts it off, I'll be like, what was I just talking about? I promise you, the downloads come and then it goes and I feel like I'm stupid sometimes. Honestly, I said, that's how they be thinking I'm dumb. Because once you get out of me, I'll just be sitting here like, what am I going to eat tomorrow? You be like, what? She said that profound shit and then she ain't say nothing else. Like, nope. Mushroom coffee, anyone? I promise you, if you like that. Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Yes. Hey, Mr. Goddamn. Welcome. Good to see you. Yes. Y'all, I'm serious. The other day, I did a show and I went back and I always go back and watch it and be like, who said that? I do. And then sometimes I'll be like, oh, that was for me. Thank you. Thank you for the follow. Look, even my Instagram had to grow organically. At one point, I couldn't go live because they was like, you got to have 1,000 followers. I'm like, 1,000? Not the way I talk. Because you got to be a certain type of person to follow me. Okay, you do. Because I do curse. So you're like, wait a minute. But she's talking about God. Yeah. And you know, again, and when I'm called to, you know, cut back, I cut back sometimes, but I'm a realist. I let it out how it comes out. And Divine knows I love it. And Divine knows that I walk in divine order. You know, I'm divinely guided. And no matter how I say it, it is what it is. And I show up for the people that need to be me to show up just like this. I've had people be like, oh, you know, if you didn't curse so much, you might go viral. Well, guess what? I guess I ain't supposed to go viral. Bitch. No, I'm just playing. I'm playing, y'all. Okay. I'm going to end it like that. It's been a wonderful night. I love y'all so much. Thank you for tapping into Pronoia Starseed podcast. Pronoia means that the universe is always conspiring in your favor, no matter what. I know it looks crazy out here in this world, but don't let anybody take your glow, steal your shine, and tell you you're not who you think you are, because you are. You are everything you think you are and even more. You have no idea. But guess what? This age of Aquarius is going to crack you the fuck open. So be ready. I love you, Starseeds. I hope you have a wonderful night and enjoy the beautiful Erica Mason, because you know what? Stand in your energy. Be who you're supposed to be. These next couple of songs are going to be a little cocky because that's how I'm feeling right now. I hope you are too. Hope you're feeling yourself. You're standing in your divine power and know that the universe is always working in your favor. I love you, Starseeds. Have a good night. Enjoy the music. Peace.
Look, a lot of people want people to stop playing with them, but to be honest, you first gotta stop playing with yourself. You gotta see yourself as a gift to this world. You gotta know that you know that you know that with every fiber of your being, that you that nigga and that bitch. That you the shit even when your shit stank, and that you big even when you try to shrink. You gotta know you're monumental, colossal. You gotta know you got big energy.
Hey, what I look like playing small as big as I am. They say I think I'm that nigga, that's cause I really am. Man, stop playing with me, had to say that to myself. My biggest win was remember who the fuck I am. And that's on God, that's on mama and my ancestors. Every fall was just teaching me how to stand better. Now I'ma stand for my better self. Therapy inside my music, feeling like some better help. Now I walk around, never let the crown tilt though. Say we living in the last days, baby, this is what I've been built for. I'm the one that y'all sent for. God heard y'all cries, then she hit my line, okay, 10-4. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I got so much on my plate though. Hungry for my best, so I won't let it go to waste though. Beefing with my past, that shit is cooked just like my steaks though. Well done, that's what God said. Couldn't tell you where to find the L from, it's not an option. Woke up to the version of myself I love the most. These birds want my bread, so I let them watch me toast. Cheers to the joy that just took over my body. I just made 100 racks off what people call a hobby. That's that God body elevation. Watch my levitation. They don't understand the growth, they rather credit Satan. I'm just saying, I got magic in my bones, royalty inside my DNA. The world is just my throne. Fuck a demon time, God time is better. If they can't read the room, then I'll probably write a letter. Dear whoever, you were made from the dirt that has magic. If there's no space for you, then let them have it. You were made for greatness. Your energy ain't made for all these spaces. Why you think I'm on this track, spitting harder than some braces? Remember who you are and never change it. You're a living God, so just learn to embrace it. Yeah.
On hope, on me. Failed, I got up, failed, I got back up again. I ain't give a fuck last week, get what? I don't give a fuck again. I got a message to all of my haters. Fuck, might as well tuck it in. Failed, I got up, failed, I got back up again. On me again. That's just how it go again. I'm beating the road again. I keep it 100, which I ain't never switching up the code again. I'm back in that mode again, again and again and again. I'm popping my shit again. That's on me. Popping shit 24/7. You ain't fucking with me, I'm a nun. You ain't fucking with me, I'm a nun. Had to say it twice, cause I'm the one. And they know I'm on my shawty low shit. How? All that shit that I done. Wow. All that shit that I did. Running shit like I'm the one that they relate to. Swear to God, I won't get a BBL. Well, ass so fat when I back beat like I got a CDL. Bitches talking like they bigger than Flip. How? Hold on, let me see the scale. If a sound jumping over my money, the only time you gon' see me fail. Failed, I got up, failed, I got back up again. I ain't give a fuck last week, get what? I don't give a fuck again. I got a message to all of my haters. Fuck, might as well tuck it in. Failed, I got up, failed, I got back up again. Again, that's just how it go again. I'm beating the road again. I keep it 100, which I ain't never switched up.
Well, the new one for the girl, number T. Bridget GA. On me.
I'm back in that mode again, again and again and again. I'm popping my shit again. That's on me. Failed, I got up, failed, I got back up again.
Beautiful, handsome, pretty, fantastic, astonishing, awesome, amazing. Don't you know it? Handsome, pretty, fantastic, astonishing, awesome, amazing. Don't you know it? Handsome, pretty, fantastic, astonishing, awesome, amazing. Baby, handsome, pretty, fantastic, baby, rolling. It's the confidence for me, the ambience for me, the nerve that I have to walk around here looking like a compliment for me. I go by Big Daddy, I go by Fine as Hell, I go by Choosy Lover, the fine dime picker, new groupie getter, the hoochie hugger. Call me sexy, call me your wildest dreams, call me handsome, darling. My features properly conduct themselves. I look like manners, darling. I'm beautiful, my skin tone is rich and pretty. I'm guapo, I look like well done, I look like good job, I look like bravo. This perfection in the flesh, and it's the epitome of God's image. I use my face as an active resume and get jobs with it. I look like ooh-wee, I look like fuck it up, I look like you better. I look like somebody chose you but saw me and said I like you better. Oh, I'm cute, Jesus, I'm sexy, my God, I'm vibrant. I'm a cross between attractive and elegant. I'm a hybrid, girl, I'm such a stud. A dream come true and what they can't wait to see. I look like when you get your check, you should bring it straight to me. I'm easy on the eyes, I'm a sight that they sit and pray to see. I'm resources, I'm goods and services, they should pay for me. I look like there it is, I look like no you didn't, yes he did. I look enticing, I look superb, look like I bet he is. Appealing is my middle name, and gorgeous is my first, so let me cordially report that I'm adorable. Insert another synonym. I look delightful, scratch that, I'm 10 of them. I smell like warm vanilla, cocoa, butter, shea, and cinnamon. I look dazzling, I look delectable, I look delicate, I'm pulchritudinous, I'm angelic, I look like etiquette. Call me radiant, call me ravishing, call me statuesque, say I'm splendid, call me divine, say I'm a snack at best. I look fantastic if you a pill popper, I look like Xanaxes, and if you got heartburn, I look like antacid. Baby, I look like sexual healing, I look like a massage. This drive, I got open doors for me, I look like a garage, I look like holy cow, look like G Willikers, yeah, I hold the crown. If you told your girl I didn't, she pump her brakes and say, hold it now. I look like, ooh yeah, right there, I look like hell yeah, I look like I ain't missing no meals, look like I'm well fed, look like my shit don't stink, I look righteous, look like the right answer, look like a lot of white blood cells, I look like I fight cancer, I look like your doggone father, I fill my cup and let it run over just to look like I walk on water. Baby, I'm beautiful, handsome, pretty, fantastic, astonishing, awesome, amazing, don't you know? Beautiful, handsome, pretty, fantastic, astonishing, awesome, amazing. Baby, I'm beautiful, handsome, pretty, fantastic, astonishing, awesome, amazing, don't you know? Handsome, pretty, fantastic, astonishing, awesome, amazing, don't you know? Don't you know? Don't you know it?
You took more than a literal understanding of my stance and point of vantage, then used it to your advantage. Mama said that everybody's not strong enough to be candid and can't gracefully accept the circumstance that they've been handed like me. Silence speaks to those who understand it, stands true indeed. I wasn't taught to judge a man, but rather study his deeds. My people fail to succeed, confusing their wants with their needs, looking for God outside themselves like it was something to see instead of achieve. Like Larry Jennings, I keep a trick on my sleeve. I gave so much I've forgotten how to receive. I know so much it's impossible to believe. The worst thing to be in this world is naive. For you yourself should be aware that the day of the Lord will come like a thief in the night. Walk by sight, stand in faith. I never witnessed a vehicle in my life, but I saw a wraith. My soul is priceless, it can't be appraised. The way I was raised is the reason for why I love and appreciate how I do. My passion and assertion can come off passive aggressive. If you knew me well enough, then that part still wouldn't be true. I tend to mismanage emotions that leave me open and feeling vulnerable, cause they just showed up out of the blue. I severed ties with everybody that I practically knew. I had to expand from the sentence to see how far I grew. No go links and glizzards cause I don't find time for the crew. Lacking artistic inspiration, can't complete what I drew. No counterpart to come for me, we fuck a fight then I'm through. I turn those nothings into somethings when they said what's the use. I made fun out of boredom when my muse was lacking amusement. You took more than you asked for and you inquired about using. I had to rearrange my life, I'm organizing these files. I do it right this time around, fuck tribulation and trials. I grow violent at times and glow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors, cause I grow violent at times and glow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors, cause I grow violent at times and glow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors, cause I grow violent at times and glow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors.
Cause I glow violent at times and grow ultraviolet at others. Reggie Biff the rainbow body if I die over colors.
You are now entering the 21st dimension. Calling all Starseed, calling all indigo children. It is the year 2145. Your mission is now.
Want it, have it. I'm a money magnet. Swerve distractions. Swimming in my blessings.
going, never leaving Earth. 10 toes firmly planted in the dirt for what it's worth. See my life flash before my eyes a couple times, so I'd be lying if I said I don't believe in the divine. For reasons we can't find, the truth will probably blow our minds. This energy in the universe send chills down your spine. Had a talk with a goddess about human design. Pull my code to how I need to get my chakras aligned. Gotta break some bad habits, it's addition by subtraction. Move away from bad actors trying to leech off your action. It's the laws of attraction, gotta see it before it happens. Gotta believe it with a passion, then receive this beautiful madness. Find a pattern in the chaos, their assessment was way off. You build it from the ground up, you own it, so ain't no layoffs. Your energy is equity, cashing on your day off. Hope to reach a couple souls, it's all a part of the payoff.